I was researching Dr. Sebi and all his work and how
there isn't a black leader in America that is interested in the health of the black race. They are not in the position to respond. If they were, my first case of AIDS was cured in 1984. Yeah. And since then, we've been curing people of lupus and herpes and cancer and blindness. Not one black leader ever said, well, let us help the brother.
Like, nobody put this nigga on. This nigga's been curing paralysis, AIDS, cancer, blindness, nigga, since the fucking 80s. He brought all 70 of his patients into the court to prove this shit. And ain't nobody put this nigga on? Nobody. And also what niggas don't know is that Left Eye was going to see Dr. Sebi in Honduras. Where it's not even on no racism shit, but it's literally understanding the genome and how the aboriginal man carries melanin. And I know most of y'all probably just like, oh man, shit, melanin, man, just shit to keep you protected from the sun. Like, nah, bro, it's deeper than just skin color. Shit ain't got nothing to do with skin color. You need to learn the metaphysical properties and the quantum properties of melanin and what it actually does. Like, speaking from a scientific standpoint, this is no conspiracy. This is, you know, there's a whole science behind this shit. You know, they teach us this basic earth science, but you got to understand the metaphysics of the kundalini energy and the pineal gland and, you know, your spinal fluid. And you also need to understand, if only a certain kind of people produce it, why are those people the most oppressed people in... It's all connected to why certain black leaders get replaced and all of a sudden they switch up and they doing shit that they preached against. They spent their whole legacy preaching against some shit, and then all of a sudden they cool with it. That's why you don't never see these niggas. There's certain niggas you just never see in public. You don't never see these niggas in public. And they either kill them or replace them, or they fake their death. They go into hiding. I'm telling you, look, I'm telling y'all, like, I know, like, I study this shit. I know this shit. I'm not even saying it on cocky shit, but it's just the truth. Like, that's what the fuck is going on. From politics to hip hop music to rock music. Call me crazy. I got lots of friends in the industry who I can't talk to no more. Can't even get them on the phone. I'm talking about somewhere I've been at. Nigga, I've been here. So it's all connected. But they're not gonna talk about this shit. They gonna run a Bob Flat Earth headline probably. They ain't gonna talk about this cloning shit. Look, the cloning shit is not what you think it is. It's not as simple as, well, why would somebody want to clone that nigga? What that nigga got? If you understand how the physical world is a reflection of the spiritual world, and you start fucking with the DNA and shit, you understand that you're tapping into some other shit. You're like ripping a portal open on some shit. The movie Boys of Brazil, even the movie Congress, she agrees to give them her image. They like scan her or some shit, and then she goes into this digital world. So everything is connected, and they need the influential people to maintain the mind control and how they program your subconscious mind to respond to things. And they need these influential leaders to trigger your mind control, to trigger your trauma, basically trigger your training. It's kind of a complex thing to grasp, because the 1% that use this occultic knowledge to control the masses, they teach you a certain way to think. You know, you think you're on a sphere moving millions of miles through space. Why is it that all alien stories and abduction stories have to do with grays? You know, if you think with aliens, like, wouldn't it be like some other type of shit? Wouldn't it be like just all different kinds of shit? But it's always grays. It's always them. Since Kemet in Egypt and the Atlanteans were fucking around with genomics, basically tampering with the DNA pool, tampering with the gene pool, created a mutation which then moved into the ground, and they can't survive on the surface. And so in order to get the control, they clone the leaders, and then they basically replace the leaders. And that's why in The Simpsons you always see them rip off the skin and they're like aliens underneath. To exist in this material world, it requires a certain type of equilibrium. If you know about the 7 principles of Jehudi and the balance and the mayat that has to occur, and it's certain rules to existing in this hologram, this 3D matrix. So basically, they're creating a new matrix. A lot of people thought that they were going to try to put the chip in us, but they putting the chip in nature. They putting all the chemtrails and the Morgellons and the nanotechnology and the smart dust, they putting it in nature. GMO foods, you know, the water, the air. This is why all the Mark Zuckerbergs and the Elon Musk and the Bill Gates and, you know, the entire scientific community and Google and everybody's investing in this quantum technology and this artificial technology, 5G, smart homes. There's a level that transcends all of this. And that is what you will realize when you get into the science that was once lost.